All right. So something else that can be done, in my opinion, to assist with sciatic nerve pain, or what's deemed sciatic nerve pain, is to work with the front of the legs, right? To work with those quadriceps, to take some pressure off the hip complex and the knees. This can be kind of intense, and that's why we're going to use the wall to help us here, right? Um, so you're gonna want probably something under your knees because we're gonna get on our knees, so it doesn't feel like your knees are grinding into the floor. And we're gonna take it from there. So you're gonna need a floor to get on, something to like soften the floor under your knees, and a wall to put one of your legs up against. All right. So I'm gonna start from my hands and knees, get my feet into the wall, right? And then from here, I'm going to take one leg, in this case the left. I'm going to bend it at the knee, begin to get my knee on the floor and as close to the wall as possible. The instep, or the top of my foot, my toes, are going to be pressed against the wall like that. Using my hands for support, I'm going to press myself up a little bit and take the right leg and get the sole of that foot flat on the floor. It's going to be a bend in the knee. Try to keep the knee in line with the ankle. I'm going to come up like this and rest my hands on top of my knee. I'm not going to be grinding my hands into the knee, or like necessarily holding myself up with my arms, shoulders, neck, chest, any of that. Just going to do it like for balance, right? It's a nice way to find balance. And from here, you're probably going to feel this in the upper quads, right here, inside the groin, so on and so forth. And eventually down toward your knee. And the intensity of this varies, right? Like, depending on how close your knee is to the wall, is how intense this stretch is really going to be. So if it's too intense, you can come back down, walk your knee away from the wall, and come back up, right? And if it's not comfortable resting on your leg, you can get a chair in front of you, anything to lean forward to help hold you up. And we're going to want to stay here for a little bit. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. If you're finding your balance to be a bit off, really try to root, in this case, the right foot down into the floor, the toe mounds, like where your toes originate from, your heels. Really press those down into the floor. Try to lift up through that leg. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Wherever you are, take your hands and begin to lean forward. Bring your hands to the floor. Kind of walk out to the side like this. Press that right foot, in this case, into the ground. Lift your knee up and begin to take your leg and feet off the wall. Come down, back onto your hands and knees. And from here, you can switch sides, do the same thing on both sides, or just focus on whatever side feels the most problematic. And that's another thing you can do to start to open up the legs, the hips, the knees, even the ankles. It's kind of a whole leg workout right there. It's going to stretch and strengthen, especially strengthen if you do both sides. So, yeah, that's that.